Area 20, loud noises are going to attract attention. So I'm just going to go ahead on the stairs and mark down a red trap warning just to remind me people coming up, if they've made any noise at all, are going to have the rooms all prepared. It's pretty unlikely someone will make it up to the stairs without having set up a trap or a haunt or a combat, but it is possible. So, and maybe they have like a scroll of silence or something, and they've just been silently combating. Area 21 has a Varghul. I spelled that wrong. Varghul. Probably even saying it wrong. But that's okay. And I definitely need that on GM layer, which means I need to flip back. 22 has a Varghul as well. 25 has a Manish, who is this kind of torturous div dude who's been breeding Varghuls by ripping people's heads off and then having another Varghul kiss it just so that they can make more Varghuls, and then letting them fly out into the area. So let's see here. There's a locked chest that is also trapped. So we're going to mark that. Area 26 has the Adherer. I'm guessing it starts in the sarcophagus. The Adherer represents a mummy. I guess not. I guess it actually starts in the open. Okay, and since it's supposed to know that they're coming down, if they've made any noise at all, I'm just going to have it put in the front. Let me see if I can find this thing. There it is. So we need space in the front because players are going to be coming down. So I think the staircase is probably going to be off limits. They're going to come down the stairs and it's going to be like right here, waiting for them. So, looking over some more stuff. Here, 27 is a trap. Full trigger is the top step. So, there. 28 is empty. 29 is the cat swarm. So these are undead, mummified, tiny cats. What was that called? It was you, right? Yeah, Yubashki. Back to clicker thing. Penrathus. There's nothing in there. Okay. Cool. Another map done. Skirmish in the city. So let's figure out how to subdivide this one. There are some markers here for C1, C2, C3. Let's see if they matter. Here's the map. Buildings are 15 feet high. PCs begin in C1. Okay, so I don't actually need to mark down all the areas because PCs are going to start in a certain place. And all these encounter things that they have are just marking the starting positions of the bad guys, which I can do by just putting the tokens there. So that's improperly sized like hell. We're going to go back and do that correctly. I made that 3 by 4, so it was terrible. Map's not hardly big enough. Go again, just one more time. We're gonna celebrate. Oh yeah. All right, let's start the dancing. Okay, so by putting it in the corner, we can kind of mess with stuff now. That's not right. That's not right either. Just stretch it out more. I think I'm getting farther away. Yeah, this isn't great. Okay, probably want to try for the resize again. We'll go top to bottom. I do. Okay. Yeah, that looks like it fits. Word. Okay. It looks like that fits too. All right. So, turn the grid ends off. We need our street thug on the GM layer. What are the other ones called? They're trappers. And they have nets. So let's try gladiator tokens and try to see if we got somebody with a net. No. See. Let's just go with not entertained. Okay, so PCs begin at C1, which is the open area. C2 is the street thugs. They're split into... No, C3 is the street thugs, and they're split into 4 groups. We got 1, 2, 3 on top of a building, and 4 behind a wall. And we've got the 2 trappers. Where did the trapper go? One on top of a building, the other also on top of a building. Boom, we're done. This is going to be the last map for Mummy's Mask, although it is a double and it's pretty involved. And after that, we'll take a break and we'll get a look at writing the Daily Bard for the hub campaign. And that'll give you an idea of what they might be looking at next week on terms of job boards, in terms of what they might know from the Daily Bard, and figure out what they might want to do. Let's go ahead and finish this up before I get started babbling. So we're going to make this only 50 tall, 75 wide. Pathfinder, everything fit. I'm going to drag this out of the way so that I can come back to it later without being stuck under this first map. Here's a nice open area where I can properly get a 3x3. I messed that up, so I'm just going to do it again. 3, that should be pretty good. Move it into place. Close, close, very good. Here's that nice open area right there. Again. That just a little bit. Shorten this just a little bit. think expand this out. Look at that. Beautiful. Okay. Cool. All right. I think white's going to show up on the background here pretty well. Let's just double check. Yeah. So we're going to go ahead and mark down all the everythings. 1, 2A, 2B. So, just doing work. Not much to it. You can get it done pretty quick. It's actually surprising how fast you can get these things done once you're used to it. I mean, in terms of content, we've together probably in this hour and a half set up like 4 Pathfinder Society scenarios worth of stuff, right? Because I mean, even though you got map work, a scenario is only going to have 1, maybe 2 or 3 encounters on it at the most. This is looking at dozens of encounters. So you can definitely up your game. And there are people who certainly set stuff up faster than me. That's for sure, believe it. 12, 14, and secret door. 18, and also secret door. 17. And 20. Okay, down to the brass tacks. Jimmy, you around? Thought you were. Looks like maybe you popped out. We'll see. Okay. Area D1 has some creatures. Deposited layers, stuff, pack of hungry jackals. So we're looking at skeletal jackals. We'll probably just look up skeleton dog. Dig that one. Less Technicolor, more down to business. They are just like regular skeletons, but they get an extra AC and smaller sized. Oops. Not good. 2, 4, 5, 6. And you know what? I figured they'll probably be. I'm on these columns. This will actually be really cool with the dynamic lighting layer, because they'll be semi-hidden in shadow, and then they'll be jumping out at people. If you properly use the pick something up and then spacebar your way there, it'll, to the players, it'll look like it slides up and around out of the shadow. Could be pretty cool. We need the Achat. Where is the Achat? Page 80. Oh, you know what? I didn't make a thing of this. It's just a wall, though. So were we on page 39? Yeah. Just a picture of a wall. Apparently it's a menacing wall. That's Bahamut. So there we go. It's a wall. And this is the evil div. Huh. Can't find his token. That's weird. Oh, there it is. Div down. So he's like pretending to be the statue or something. Let me read this more closely before I get him into place. Creature, Agashtia is hiding behind the statue. Okay, so there he is. D3 has nothing. D4 has Huakuvas. These are clerics that die faithless, and when they come back, they're super evil devil cleric. Now, there's that picture of the awesome Each Styles from Tears of Bitter Manor, which is absolutely mind-blowingly phenomenal. The center part of Tears of Bitter Manor is horrifyingly terrible. Like the middle third is absolutely awful. But the first and last parts are so AAA class that they really carry it. And these Huakavas appear in that scenario, so I'm going to use this really cool artwork. Oh, these broken priests. Okay, we got zombies in area D6, which is where? Okay. Door. They're going to be like behind doors. And when the players enter the area, they're just going to mass open the doors and pop out. Here's kind of my go-to zombie. This is from like the Monsters token pack. One of my friends picked this up for me. It's actually super cool. It's got a lot of really hand-drawn, awesome artwork in it. Like an indie thing, I think. Might have been Bundle of Holding or Drive-Thru RPG. 7, 8, and 9. 9 is a Guardian Scroll, which we picked up earlier. Under G, Guardian Scroll. So this is like a library book that comes out and attacks them for being jerks. Then it wraps itself around your head and chokes you to death. All librarians need one of these. Secret Western panel, so it's inside there. Perfect. Trap corridor. Let's see. Corridor's trapped. It's disabled. Now it's re-enabled. Okay. So it's the whole area. $11, the Chamber of Readiness, and then we're down to area 12. And 13 is a Grave Guardian, which is going to be that statue there. Put the token right on top of it. $14 as a Necrophidius. Is that zombie snake construct? Yep, it is. These things are truly awful. $15 is Caryatid columns. Are they the 4 pillars? No, they're 2. Which 2 are they? Northeast, southeast, northwest, southeast. So what are the representations? Arcanothane and Yamasha. Arcanothane is a feminine cloud, and Yakasha is the Hawkwing woman. Okay, let's get Caryatid column. Probably not pronouncing that right either. So we got Caryatid columns, and they are going. Hawkwing woman is northeast, and we need Arcanothane is the feminine cloud. is the southeast. Okay, so just the stuff on that side. The 16 over here. Coffer Corpse. And we'll do Pathfinder Corpse. See if we can get some kind of undead thing going on. I like that one. False Grave. Which one is the False Grave? The northeast. And there's a secret door that I didn't put down yet. The top one. So the corpse is kind of blocking there. Let me make sure I got this right, because you know I don't want to mess it up. Mortally wounded. It rose again. It rises to its feet. Okay, so it is just sitting there. It's not inside a sarcophagus or anything. Just lying in the corridor, and when they walk past it, it stands up and starts beating them to death. D17 has the skeletal champion. Dude, here we go, Cinemarak. D18 is the pool that blows things up. And D19 is the fight with all of the Scorched Hands, so let's get them on the table. Belriana Hypoxes. Kelru. Idori, and Azaz. Oh, excuse me. I think that's it. Yeah, we're done. With that, we're just going to attach some stat blocks to characters. And that will be the end of Mummy's Mask. And we're looking at probably 6 to 8 weeks of entertainment here. All done in roughly 2 hours. Not a bad timing. Now, of course, before every session, you're still going to have a little bit of prep time. You know, rereading encounters, double checking your map placement, making sure you're throwing in side quests. I mean, if that's something you do, side quests specific for players, you want to have that ready. And of course, contacting players by email, making sure everything's all right. Also, GM prep. And Valriana Hypaxes. Rocking a ton of funds, so. Alright, so the players, not sure what direction they'll come in, but obviously no matter what, you want your spellcasters back. And you want your brawlers up front. So, no matter what direction they're coming from, these guys are probably going to hear them, and you just move them accordingly. Yep, it's good. Alright, I'm gonna... Are you spoiled? Well, I don't know, are you? Hard to say. Gonna take that break here now at the 1 minute and 45-second mark, so... we'll come back at 00. Yeah, that looks good. So... there you go. Boom. Be back in about 4.5 minutes.